today we find our children are all in a state of great stress. Institutions where they work, in schools, they all have to score at least 100% marks. And what has happened is, once that gets over with, lifestyle. And colleges, and they get their degrees, their placements, tremendous effect. And these large companies, and you find that they just change their buses. And at the time that our growth is being... And from going to colleges in one particular bus, now they're going to their institutions where they work, and other kinds of buses. Urban challenges which they face. And what has happened is a very, very indisciplined lifestyle. Any ICU in the city, and it has had its tremendous effect on this urban young population. We are a very young country. And at the time that our growth is being impelled and driven by this young population, there are a large number of urban challenges which they face today. Stability in the marriage. And as a consequence, you go to any ICU in the city, in any hospital, you find that most of the cardiac arrests are now young people in their 30s. They're all getting burnt out much earlier. And along with that, there are issues concerning their marriages, the dual salary syndromes, stability in the marriage, increasing divorce rates. So there is a need for wellness.
See, these all things after efforts. After you get into the problem, then you go for a solution. Here there is a solution of creating preventive planning and preventive thinking to see that we don't get into such situation. That's what's important. What we need is a tool, living space, environment that prevents all these situations to come. For a wellness, you need environment. Recently I was abroad, and we are very lucky in Chennai and India particularly, and Chennai particularly. No, see, summer we have about 8 months where we can live outside, whereas abroad you see hardly 3 months they get to live with the environment, live outside world. Otherwise, because of the climate, they got to be mostly in air-conditioned room or inside the house. And I see many people making use of the 3 months abroad, being away from their house most of the time. Even if not able to go outside, they just stay outside the house and sit along the lawn and spend the time and get the fresh air breathe in their mind. That's very important. But we have in Chennai, but still for us to go and have a good safe walk in the morning or a jog in the morning or a safe place to sit. You got to get up early in the morning, take out a car and drive 10 kilometers, go to the beach. Then only you get a space where you can run peacefully, fish safely, and have a goodness in your mind and breathe fresh air. But we in Prestige always provide a space within the place where you live, where you can do all these things under your own premises. We are building about 2,500 houses in Porur site, where it's around 25 acre space, where 70% of the space is open space. Only 30% of the area is to accommodate these residences into it. There you have gardens, you have walking track, you have jogging track and other amenities, all where the children can play safely around the premises, because the vehicle will all be moving around the periphery, whereas the garden and the courtyards are all free for children to drive, ride along and whatever they do. So this is the space that is required for a wellness. Being involved in such projects, and also we locate our projects in such a way that there is not much of congestion.
Falling prey to lifestyle diseases like diabetes, hypertension, coronary artery disease, or cancer, or polycystic ovarian syndrome. Coming from the medical fraternity, where I've seen a lot of people afflicted with these diseases well early in life, they should be enjoying a healthy lifestyle rather they get into the sickness industry. And this is all because of unhealthy way of living, and it is preventable, and people can prolong the process instead of getting afflicted when they are in their 30s or 40s. They can get afflicted maybe in their 70s and 80s, especially if they've got a strong genetic factor to it. Both their parents have got the lifestyle diseases. So it it is bound to affect them. So by just making some healthy corrections
early in life, they
whether
should
in
be
terms of
enjoying a
diet
healthy lifestyle rather they get into the sickness
making sure that
industry.
they are exercising
And this is all
3 to 4
because of
times a week,
unhealthy way
or
of living.
leading
And
a
it is
life which
preventable,
is
and people can
stress-free,
prolong the
balancing
process
out
instead of getting
whether
afflicted
work
when they are
or
in their
spending
30s
time
or
with
40s.
family,
They can
and
get
doing everything
afflicted
in
maybe in their
moderation,
70s
and
and 80s,
making
especially if
sure
they've got
that
strong
their
genetic
escape is not
factor
getting
to it.
into any
Both their
addiction,
parents have got the
like
lifestyle
probably
diseases,
drinking
so
or
it is
smoking
bound to
or,
affect them. So by
digital
just making
addiction.
some healthy
So
corrections,
it's an attempt to create
whether in
awareness.
terms of
So what
diet
we're doing is we've already started doing
making
this in
sure
the
that they're
video,
exercising
video
3 to 4
initiative
times
on
a week,
YouTube,
or
leading
a life which
on
is
various topics, whether it's
stress-free,
work-life balance,
balancing
addressing
out
depression,
whether work
cancer
or spending
survivor
time with
victims,
family, and doing
success,
everything
and
in
the
moderation,
Nandita stories,
and making
inspirational stories. So
sure
with
that their
it's a
escape
hope that
is not
people
getting
who are
into any
hearing,
addictions,
they
like
connect to the speakers.
drinking or
Oh,
smoking
in the
or
younger our
digital
story
addiction.
addiction.
So it's an
And they don't
attempt to
feel
create
alone.
awareness.
It's also
So
an
what we're doing
opportunity
is
to
we've already started doing this in the video.
So that's
video
the
the initiative on the
YouTube.
YouTube.
Go to Dr.
நிறைய speakers
talks. They can see a
on
whole lot of
various
episodes
topics,
of
whether
the
it's work-life balance,
talks,
addressing
inspirational
depression,
talks.
cancer
After we are doing
survivor
on day
victim,
1 on
success,
22nd
இந்த மாதிரி
of
நிறைய
August
stories,
at
inspirational
Hyatt.
stories. So
This
with
is,
that,
invitation
it's a
for
hope that
anyone to
people who are
attend,
yearning,
but it's
they
restricted to
connect with the
300
speakers.
entries.
Oh,
So it's
in the
first come,
younger,
first served.
our
The
story
audience will
இவங்க
be
சொல்றாங்க,
between,
and they
early
don't feel
20s to
alone.
late 30s.
It's also an
We are
opportunity
addressing
அவங்க
a
connect
whole
பண்ண, they can
need
connect
to
with the
the needs
speakers.
of the
So
art,
that's a
burning
YouTube
issues.
initiative. They have to just
Like,
go to Dr. Renuka David Wellness Talks.
you
They
know,
can see
the
a whole lot of episodes of
how
the
to handle work
talks,
and
inspirational
family,
talks.
how to
After
accept
we
your
are doing
body
on day
type,
1
how
on
to
22nd
prevent
of
getting
August
these
at
diseases.
Hyatt. This
And
is
we have the
invitation
inspirational
for
talks
anyone to
from
attend, but
Malvika
it's
Iyer,
restricted
Sharath
to only
Babu,
300
Nungshi,
entries.
Tashi,
So
the
it's
twins
first
who
come, first
conquered
serve.
all the
The
7
audience will
peaks,
be
North
between
and,
early
North Pole and
20s
the
to
South
late
Pole.
30s.
And
We are addressing a whole lot of
discussions
needs
where
with
people
our
are going to
need
discuss
of the
on
art
addressing
burning issues,
relationships, addictions, whether it is
depression,
any
how
kind
to
of
handle
addictions.
work
We have
and
principals of leading
family,
colleges,
how to accept your
corporate houses
body
who are
type,
part of the
how to
panel. So we have
prevent
panelists,
getting,
national
these,
level people also who are
diseases.
talking about
And we
it.
have some
And then we
inspirational
also
talks
have
from
people who are going to
Malvika
deal,
Iyer,
like
Sharath
Latika
Babu,
Saran,
Nungshi,
she's
Tashi,
going
the
to come and
twins who
deal with how it
conquered
has
all the
been
7
working in a
peaks,
male
North Star,
dominant
North Pole and the
gender
South
issue,
Pole.
how she's
And we
dealt with
also
and
have
successfully
panel
come out,
discussions where people are going to
has risen
discuss
to
on
this height.
addressing
So we're going to talk on that, and then
relationships,
Nandita Das,
addictions,
famous theatre
whether it is
personality, will be talking
any
on
kind of addictions.
breaking
We have
beauty
principals of leading
stereotypes, because
colleges,
people
corporate
they feel
houses
so
who are part of
underconfident
the
that they're
panel. So we have
dark or they're
panelists,
short,
national level
differently
people
able,
also who
so
are talking
they're
about
going to
it.
address
And then we
all
also
these things
have
and more.
people
And of course,
who are going to
29th,
deal, like
would be
Latika
for the
Saran,
thought
she's
leaders,
going to come and
for
deal with how it has
decision
been
makers,
working
where
in
we
a
have,
male
Shavana
dominant
Hasbi and Javed sir, who will be
gender
coming and
issue, and
addressing
how
on
she's dealt with
work-life
and
balance.
successfully come out,
And we are going
has
to
risen
give
to
the
this
wellness
height. So we're
icon
going to talk
award
on
to
that, and then
Milka Singh.
Nandita Das,
So
the
it's
famous
just an
theatre
attempt to
personality,
create
will
some
be talking
awareness, a
on
buzz on
breaking
wellness.
beauty
Other
stereotypes, because
29th, it
people
doesn't stop
they feel
at
so
29.
underconfident that they're
After that
dark
also
or they're
people
short or
can
differently
connect
able.
digitally
So they're going
to
to
us
address all
in
these
terms
things
of
and
writing
more.
to us,
And of course,
in terms of
29th
meeting us.
would be for
And
the
it's a
thought
hope
leaders,
to give
for
solutions
decision makers,
to
where
all
we have
these
Shavana
challenges
Hasbi and
of
Javed
today,
sir, who would be coming
which
and
the
addressing on
statistics
work-life
show
balance.
that it is
And
growing
we are going to give the wellness
and we have to do
icon
something about
award
it,
to
because in
Milka Singh.
2014 itself,
So it's just an
WHO
attempt to
says
create
that
some awareness, a
lifestyle
buzz on
disease is
wellness.
going to be a
Other
global epidemic.
29th, it
So
doesn't
unless
stop
we
at
do something
29th.
about it,
After
it's
that
going
also
to
people
just increase.
can
So
connect
from the medical
digitally
fraternity,
to
being
us
a doctor,
in terms
we
of
just thought
writing
that
to
this is
us,
the time
in terms
that
of
we
meeting
should
us,
be making
and it's
some
a
noise.
it's
Though
a
I've been
hope to
in this
give
field since
solutions to
2007,
all these challenges of today,
I think
which the
it's time that we
statistics
make
which
more
show
noise
that
and
it is
awareness.
growing alarmingly. And we have to do something about it, because in 2014 itself, WHO says that lifestyle diseases is going to be a global epidemic. So unless we do something about it, it's going to just increase. So from the medical fraternity, being a doctor, we just thought that this is the time that we should be making some noise. Though I've been in this field since 2007, but I think it's time that we make more noise and awareness.
August for Young India, where we have panel discussions from
15 to 20 years in the field.
We have
And
panelists
2007 we started the Raven Ready Fitness Lounge.
and to fill
The
personalities like
Wellness
Nandita
Conclave
Das,
is actually about
who will be
free
addressing
event
Young India on
thing.
various issues
We're doing some
of
YouTube
today's
initiative.
urgent
in the
needs
video.
of the hour.
We're doing day
topics.
one conclave
This
on 22nd August for Young India, where we have panel discussions from 9:30 in the morning till 4 in the evening. We have panelists from national level speakers,
an opportunity for Young India to interact with the speakers
and to film
through our
personalities
forum,
like Nandita
Das.
who
The
will be
YouTube
addressing
initiative
Young
again
India
has
on
started. There are a
various
couple of
issues
wellness
of
talks which
today's
is already there for
urgent
people
needs
to
of
watch.
our topics.
And then we have
This
on
could be
29th,
emotional
we have the
wellness,
Conclave,
work-life
where we,
balance,
have, Sharath
inspirational
Babu
and
and
motivating
Javed Sir, who will be
talks by
addressing,
Malvika Iyer or Sharath Babu, or
North
we would
India
also be having
leaders,
panels for breaking beauty
corporate and
stereotypes,
business houses,
and an
and we are
opportunity
going to
for
also
Young India to
recognize
interact
wellness
with the speakers
icons.
through our
So,
forum, digital forum.
we feel
The YouTube
that
initiative
as,
again has started. There
it's
are a
the need
couple
of
of
the hour
wellness
and
talks which
it
is
should be done.
already there for
And
people to
coming from
watch.
medical fraternity,
And then we have
I'm
on
very
29th
honored
we
and
have the
privileged that
Conclave, where we
doing something
have
which I
Shabana
think
Azmi and Javed Sir, who
no
would be addressing
hospital or doctors have, they're doing it, but
Thought
then to
India
take it on to this
leaders,
level, thanks for the
corporate and
radiant
business
group of
houses,
companies
and
and
we are going to
initiative
also
of
recognize
the
a wellness
prestige group who is
icon.
supporting us.
So
It's an awesome endeavor.
we feel that as it's the need of the hour and it should be done. And coming from medical fraternity, I'm very honored and privileged that we're doing something which I think no hospital or doctors have. They're doing it, but then to take it on to this level, thanks for the radiant group of companies initiative or the prestige group who's supporting us. It's an awesome endeavor.
As a Radiant Group, this year we have decided to promote the Radiant Wellness Conclave, which will be driven by Dr. Renuka. And earlier we were in the fields of destitute management, education of the underprivileged, and cancer care. So urban wellness is a very important area which needs to be addressed effectively. And so we have decided this year to focus on this and take this forward.